Hello, everyone. Welcome, family. This is Empowerment Network. In case you are new here, so we come here every day to share exciting opportunities, great movement on passive, and of course, it's a good, sweet topic today. It's going to be really brief. This is a statement of Andy's yesterday. How many customers do you want? And I think part of it was like, how many apples do you want? Andy, I don't know what you meant by that. So explain to us now. What kind of
Okay. Okay. As you guys know, I'm quite boring and like numbers. So um, let's go through a few for you and make things a little clearer. Um, we have the original 1.4 million early birds. Okay. And we know that customers have to fall within an early bird, or what we class as a founder originally. Now, there are currently 3 million plus potential customers and early birds in there. But we also know that with what Ash and his team have done with OConnect is likely to go viral. And when it does, we're going to have customers coming on board left, right, and center. And we also know that there are in excess of 5.2 or 5 billion people with a B that use the internet today. And that grows roughly by around 200 odd million every year. Okay, so new areas have access to the internet. There's more people born having access to the internet. So it all adds up. So it's 5.4. And we know within the next couple of years, it will reach 6 billion. But 3 million, let's call it 3 million as a guesstimate. So 3 million customers. If this goes viral, we could have, and again, guys, these are just figures and guesstimates. They're not cast in stone. So let's say that by the end of the year, we've got 100 million customers. Okay, now that makes us in the top 3%. And for those of us that were early bird founders, in the top 1%. Okay, so how many customers do you really want? Because if you just let the company do everything for you, if you think about it, if we've got 1 billion customers and there were 1 million of us originally, that's 1,000 customers each. Not bad, pretty good. And 1,000 customers goes a long way. But let's say you want a better than average income. You have a figure in your head that you wish to achieve. So what are you going to do for it? You're going to sit back and let the company do it, or are you going to do something for yourself? What would you do? Now we know that simply by sharing in the back office or in the ecosystem, we've got all of these links, my links. And as an affiliate, you've got various introducers links, and you've got various promotional links. Now, those promotional links are the up-to-date videos for the various products that ONPASSIVE offer. So why not share it? What are your thoughts then, Comfort?
Yes, today for some reason, me and Collins, we spent a few minutes like just discussing this sharing thing, guys. Let this word share not scare anybody, because you are not supposed to share. You don't have to share in order to make it with unpassive. There are various ways of sharing. Andy is a list person. You and I, we already know, except you don't know Andy. He is a list person. He will make his list. He will share to this list. People of like us, depending where you come from, back home, when you're out here, you have a few people depending on you. You have cousins, you have even children of your neighbor. They grew up together. They have no means. You need to chip in one thing or the other at some point to just support them too, because family with us is something really different and so big and broad. So me and Collins were like, listen, we just look around, we go in our neighborhood, because when we grow up together, like I said, you cannot separate us. We just go to every family, select the smartest child of that family and say, listen, I want to walk you through this. If you want to listen, sit down, listen. This is what I'm doing, and this is how it works. This is how it works. This is how it works. You get them empowered. And what happens when they finally get it and say, "Oh, is it true and it's working?" They tell another friend, because we normally believe back home is my country. I come from Cameroon, Africa. I think we believe that students are the highest, greatest news bearers. If you want something to go viral, tell students. So you give an account to a university student or a child who's just graduated from high school, going to the university, 19, 20 years old. They're like, look at this. With this, I don't need to depend on my mom and my dad. I can even help them. So he's like, what's that? Tell me about it. That is how it goes. So you see the effect, the ripple effect just going effortless. Sharing is not magic. It's not rocket science. It's not all about lists. Andy can do lists. That's what he can do. But me and Collins was like, this is just a way to go. You're empowering someone. There's somebody who needs video conferencing. You are sharing the value, what O Connect comes with. Say, listen, I am using this. This is how I use it to communicate with my family back home. This is how I use it to communicate with my students across like the city. Some live far off and so on. We don't have time to meet all the time. But when we meet here, this is what we do. You are sharing the value of O Connect. And through that, they're like, but what is this? Say, yeah, for some reason I get a bit of change from it. You don't make it because you don't need to bug people on passive anyway. But then there's just a very wise way of going about it. And two, don't worry if you share and they don't buy it, they don't see the sense behind it. It's because it's not time yet. Because like Red would say, it's going to be like when you watch a good movie, you say, man, I watched this movie last night. Is that a new movie? That is how it goes. So the least effort you make now, you're thinking that it's fruitless. The time is coming when you will see the result. Andy, I hope I was in line with you.
Absolutely. No, you've made a few really good points. Let's take Facebook. Now, some of us like it, some of us don't, and I'm not keen on it. But at the end of the day, it is a medium to reach other people. And there are, 2 billion people on Facebook? Okay. So if you have or set up a Facebook account and you start posting things for ONPASSIVE, which is easy enough, anyone can do that. It's not hard to do. Okay. Anyone can do that. But what I started to do was I started to connect with people that weren't part of ONPASSIVE. Now, why did I do that? They're already in ONPASSIVE. Why do I? Okay, I have another account, if you like, for Facebook that I've connected with friends and what have you. But why would I want to connect with lots and lots of people from ONPASSIVE when actually I can use Facebook as another medium to create or potentially have customers in the future? So what I've tried to do is to connect with people that are affiliate marketers or business people or just individuals that have a different interest to what we have. Now, once you're connected with them on Facebook, you have the opportunity to contact them via Messenger. Now, it doesn't take much to set up a note. I saw this, thought of you, might be of interest. Send to your Messenger. Right, people are going to look at that and go, not for me, not for me. But there's always one awkward one that goes, oh, I like that. Yeah, I'll sign up. All right, that's another customer you've got. But if they get it and you start your conversation with them and explain about how things work, they may go out and speak to 1,000 people and have 1,000 people in your group where you've got one. So, but what's the difficulty? Why is it so difficult to be able to share something that you enjoy? Share something that's actually good. If you go to a restaurant and you enjoy the food that you've had, you tell your friends, you tell people about your experience. The cost of the food was great, but the food was fantastic. The ambience was, and I won't go to Mickey Flanagan because he's a comedian, but and we won't go there. But The ambience of the room is great. The food was fantastic. I would recommend this restaurant to my friends. Now, I'm not going to get paid by that restaurant to recommend them to my friends and family. But what I am doing is I am now giving them business. That's great. Now, what we have is we have an opportunity here with OnPassive to say, hold on a second, I've got some really good products, and there are people out there that will use and want these products. Value for money, far superior. So if I start connecting with people that are into affiliate marketing, into traffic providing, into solo ads or network marketing or businesses, it doesn't matter. So what I've done over the last couple of years is actually built up over 5,000 contacts on Facebook. Now those are 5,000 people that I can then send a message to. And as I said, if I send a message out and nobody responds to it, okay, I tried. But if I send 5,000 messages out and 1% answer, that's 50 more customers. Now, Ivy had a wonderful idea, and it has worked really well for her. So what she's done is set up a club on Facebook, and then said, okay, we want this club to be a little bit more private. What we're going to do is go across to ONET because it's a correction to the corruption and it's totally private, etc. If you want to join us, here's a link. And all of those people went onto ONET, registered, and joined her club. So there's 1,000 customers there that are now linked directly to her. Now, over time, some of them may well buy product because they'll look at it and go, oh, I like that. Or, yeah, I could do with having a domain name. Or, yes, I'll need a communication system. Or, I want to be able to create a website. All of these things create potential customers. And she's already got 1,000 customers. Fantastic. So it's not difficult. People put barriers in the way. People think, oh, I can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? What's holding you back? What's actually the difficult bit? Is it because you don't understand how to share it? All right, then learn. It doesn't take much.
Auntie, about learning, the good thing about Unpassive is how the community that we have formed. Sharing it doesn't need you doing the talking. Andy likes talking, Collins likes talking. I am the quiet one.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm just being nice. So, guys. So now, listen, what I will do is, if I like what Andy shares about O Connect, it makes sense. It's a lot of education. I borrowed that video and use. That is what happened in the 2020s when I joined. Because if you scroll right down to the very first video, it was done in Pidgin, which I made an interpretation of Unpassive after understanding it into Pidgin, because I thought that my people need to know about this. Many people have got people join Unpassive through my Pidgin videos. You don't have to do one if you cannot say it. If you can't explain it, don't go explaining. Just share a video, invite a friend, say, hi, Andy, you said this. Can you explain a bit more to my friend? I'm sure, very sure, Andy will do that for you. So you don't have to do the sharing. Listen, guys, I really
Pidgin,
want to,
though.
no, not Pidgin. I mean the English part of it. Listen, our people, they understand a lot of English. It's not that we care more about mama and papa. We have a lot of aunties and uncles who need to get it done in Pidgin. Now, listen, so when you're reaching out for Andy, it should be English, British English to be precise. Guys, I want you to share what you think about what me and Andy are discussing here, so that it's not, let's know what you think about just doing anything at all. One thing remains, you don't have to do it. But what if I do it with the purpose of empowering somebody, with the purpose of sharing value because that person needs it? And through that, they discover that, oh, it was more than what I thought. This is one of the things I did, Andy, in the 2020s when I started sharing these videos. I went to Facebook, like you said, because what made me hop on Passive was there is a problem in my country, which which breaks my heart. Our people are suffering. I was like, if this thing is true, then I need to tell somebody back home. So what I did, when I go to Facebook, I don't just share to anybody. I search the names from my area where I come from. I search first from my area and then from the country where I come from. I just tap that name. All of those names come. I just share my videos to them. One of the people who joined my customer base, she is a powerful person. She came from, she was like, I don't know you, but something tells me that what you are saying on this video is true. I say, yes, it is. I don't know you too, but I recognized the name because you come from my area. She said, yes. We had a chat. She just came from home to visit her daughter in the US. It took her over 4 months to finally get a card and manage to register because her daughter was like, I don't care. She said, I do because something is telling me that this thing is true. You don't know who will watch your video. You don't know who will watch the video that me and Andy share here, or what Red says, or what Marty says, or what any of the guys out there say. And if somebody comes and have a question, bring them up. We can always help. But let's know if this makes sense, if this is something we can do. If you've not been doing, you think it's doable, don't be afraid, because if they don't join, there's no problem. I can assure you, everybody who has heard about Unpassive, they are just waiting for that moment. For that moment when the floodgates open and it starts raining, you will see everybody flocking in, because they will call you, say, what did you say about you, that your Unpassive thing? You say, yeah, this is where we are now. And the moment is now. They will not have any choice but to do everything to be part of it. But then still, you don't have to do it, Andy. I think I thought I should share that too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you, Comfort. There's a comment that Geeta made, and I want to clarify this because, no, we're nothing like network marketing. This business is not only different from that. Yes, we pay a commission. It's an affiliate marketing business, but you with a network marketing or a multi-level marketing system, you have to recruit every month. You have to bring someone else in, and you have to buy a regular product. What Ash has been trying to set up and do is create a system whereby you pay once to put that item in your shop, and that can be paid over and over and over and over, or bought over and over again. But the commission that comes in should then be able to cover you. That's the plan, to be able to cover you for the next payment, because you have to. You have the product. Now there are going to be products in there that you'll never use, and there are going to be products in there that you will use, and some that are free, etc. But the more you put in your shop, the more you're going to get an opportunity for the company to be able to sell or offer these products to people that are looking for them. So again, let's look at this. If we've got one paid product in our shop, that's all they can sell. But over time, we know there's going to be 50 plus different products that we can sell, and the company can sell on our behalf or offer to other people. So if you think about it, that means that every single product that comes out that is a paid product becomes another income stream. So let's go back to some numbers. So let's say, for argument's sake, that I've got 100 customers that I've introduced or shared my details with, so that they go, oh, I like that, thank you very much, and they've come on board and taken OConnect. Now, again, this is purely an example, guys, purely an example. So I've now got 100 customers that use OConnect, and I'm going to suggest that a monthly figure for OConnect is $50. Okay, and we get $25 from each one of those, so that's $1,200. Thank you very much. £12.50, so, or $12.50, so $1,250. Right. Okay. So those 100 customers now get another product, and that costs $25. Okay. So now I've got an extra $6.75 for all of those 100 customers. That's another $675. Thank you very much. So now my income's $1,900. What else have I done to get those clients? Nothing. I've taken on 100 customers. The company has done the rest. Now, this is where the additional income streams come into it from every single product that we got. Now, some of these products are going to be paid annually. Small stuff, a bit like GoDaddy with a domain name, for instance. You know, people are going to pay for their domain, and it'll be once a year, and it'll be a small amount, okay, but it's another income stream. And if you've got another 100 of those paying $20 odd a year, that's another $2,300 odd a year. Thank you very much. All adds up. So, what is your income goal? What are you trying to achieve? What do you really want to be able to say to your boss, thank you, but I don't want to work for you anymore. I'm going to retire. What is it you really would love to do? Do you want to travel every year? Do you really want to have a nice car? Do you want to be able to change your car or buy a new house? Or there's lots of different opportunities here if you want to do something about it. You can sit back and let the company do everything, not a problem. But it might take you 10 years to achieve that target. If you simply share it, it might take you 5 years to achieve that target instead of 10. Well, I know what I'd be doing for the rest of those 5 years. Party, holidays.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. So look, it's your choice, isn't it?
It is indeed, Andy. And to add to what Andy has said, or repeating for emphasis, again, my dear brother who asked about whether it's network marketing, no, 100% kind of no, because Andy and myself and the rest of people who are out there doing this like we do every day, Mr. Mufara did not ask us to do it. We are not obliged to do it. We're just sharing the passion because we're just like, I can't keep this to myself. It's by choice. But when you're in the network marketing, when you're in the MLMs and stuff, you have no choice but share. Because the moment you stop talking about it, you stop recruiting. And the moment you stop recruiting, money stops coming in. And the moment the people you recruit can't sell, they start dropping off, and that's how you lose and lose and lose. Before you know it, you find yourself under the bus. That's not unpassive, because the company does the marketing for you and myself. The company close the sales for you and myself. They do everything for you and myself. Any other thing you choose to do it, like Andy and myself have been listing the various ways you can do it, is by choice. I have a lot of cousins and little brothers and sisters. I just want to concentrate on my children. What do? I empower them. So take this account, go your way, go your way, go your way, and leave me alone. If you are calling me to say hi, I'm doing well, and not say hi, I need money. What about that? That's the reason. And that's sharing. You're sharing by helping yourself, and then help yourself double. You share because it's not your job to share and to sell the product, but then you go ahead doing it anyway because you need to help someone. You get rewarded like forever. Like my sister Fatmata said earlier on, people who will come to just enjoy the free products. We have all net, we have all mail, and we have all trim. They will enjoy those, and at some point they discover that, oh, I can make some change here. And the moment they join to enjoy these products, they are tied to you forever. At some point in life, they discover that, oh, I need to be part of this business. They are yours. It's your customer. That's how it grows. You don't need to do anything if you don't want to. But if you want to get there quicker and kiss good night to your boss, just sack him like they sack you every day. Do that and get it done. But you don't have to, because success in unpassive has nothing to do with your personal effort. It has everything to do with Mr. Mufare and his team, because they've got a marketing department, they've got a communications department, the PRs and all of those things. And so what we're doing here is sharing love. Believe me, whether you like it or not, Unpassive runs on social media 24 hours around the clock. All of those people are just excited and happy about it because it's massive. And there's everything for every and anybody at all. So stop by, have a look if you want to. But if you think you don't want, just put the name Unpassive in your mind, because at some point when it explodes like this and you find it in the air like fireworks, you are going to say, I think I know this thing that they're talking about. And you definitely come back. You don't have to, but it's all your choice. Andy?
Yeah, there's two things I want to go back to here. One was Gita that said, If I get someone to sign up, will I make a commission? If they are purchasing a product, then yes, absolutely. But take them on to get free products, because sooner or later they will buy and you will earn a commission from them. But the other thing I love was Pete's comment, that Pete said, everyone will be a customer. Well, if everyone's going to be a customer, how many do you want? I'm going to be greedy. I want to be greedy and have lots of customers. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm going to share this with as many people as possible in order to be greedy and have as many customers as possible, because I know two things. First of all, that's going to help my group, because they will get a commission from my efforts. Yeah. And I'm, it's not necessarily just for me. Yes, there's going to be some apples for me at the end of the day, and that's good. But I want to achieve a certain income level. And as soon as the sooner I can do that, the better. Yeah. So it's a case of, yes, it's your choice. Absolutely, it's your choice whether you want to share it or not. And as Pete said, everyone will become a customer sooner or later. So if that is the case, how many customers do I really want? If every customer paid you $1, how many customers do you want? 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000? The choice is yours.
It's all
So
your
it's
choice.
yeah, absolutely. So it's all about talking to people, and that's not hard.
Right.
Everyone does that, and
Yeah.
Comfort's very good at it.
Who is?
And Comfort's very good at talking to lots of people.
Andy's just trying to hide behind this to make you think that I talk a lot, but I'm a quiet person. And I think
Yes,
you all
okay.
know this. Yeah. Guys, listen. There's somebody. Wait, hold on, Auntie. Let's address this quick. I know I've said this, but Bebe Mamopo.
Yeah, Mum.
Yes. You think that you are trying to tell them and they think it's not good. I would say the same, because I don't know that thing you are talking about, but believe me, they have heard, and that's enough. Don't go bugging them. You have told them that's enough. Stay where you are. They'll be right back, I can assure you. You have done your bit.
Absolutely,
Yes, because
absolutely. And I
tomorrow,
tell you what, when you're driving around in a nice car because you've earned some money out of it, they'll be going, "How did you get that?" Well, I told you about on passive. You weren't interested. Is there still room for me to join?
yeah,
Absolutely. You want
definitely.
another link?
Yeah. You know what goes around comes around. This time around, we kind of present it to people and they think that you stand to benefit something. But there will come a time when they will come presenting themselves to you because they need that thing you were telling you about. So don't worry. If you've done your part, keep cool. So that tomorrow too, they don't blame you that you saw this opportunity and you did not tell me, and now you're on the top by yourself. Have fun. You know, like who said some time ago that life at the top can be really boring. That's why you're trying to pick friends and family with you. But who doesn't see it, just go on. They will come, I can assure you. And Auntie, you talked about greediness earlier on. I'll try to come back to something I used to say when we used to share the opportunity for people to become fellow founders who we are early birds today. I would tell people, I tell even you, Auntie, and anybody watching me now, we go for the low-hanging fruits. The low-hanging fruits here being your immediate family, your cousins, your extended family, your neighbors, and stuff like that. And believe me, if you have this opportunity and you don't tell your wife or your husband, I am telling them. I'm telling them so that when they come over to me, you're like, you bite your finger, say, what happened? What are you doing? There's a Comfort just talk to me about this. Say, I'm part of it. Say, but you did not tell me. But then it's late because there's nothing we can do about that. Imagine how painful that can be, you know. But then it's not, I find it funny in it. How my step brother it was introduced into Unpassive by a different person because I delayed to tell him. And before I knew it, he's there, he's coming to me with all excitement. Say, this person introduced Unpassive to me, and the videos he shared were it was you. I was watching on it. I was just dying of laughter. So you see, because I did not reach out to my brother. Where is he? He's in a business customer base of somebody's customer base. But then that's just the fun. I'm happy that he's on it. He doesn't have to be with me, but then he's there. That's the important thing here. But what, it would be fun if my little brother is with me in the same, base, so that we have the chat together, because I will still be the one helping him anyway, whether whoever brought him here. So we just want to have it kind. I don't know if we're making sense. Guys, help us, Andy and myself, to know, so that we know whether we're speaking any sense here at all. Andy, I just want to make sure I shut up, so that you maybe round it up. Or there was something you said earlier on, so that you just cover everything. You said earlier on that there we have at least 8 billion people, 5 billion people on internet, and you hopefully more people will be coming on, because internet is spreading all over, and the more people get access to internet, the more people join the internet stuff and social media and all of those, many more people being born. But somebody argues that, why do you think that 8 million or 5 billion people can come consuming your products? Can you just share a bit about that for people to get, because people don't get
Okay.
it?
We've seen the products that are available today, and if we take a video conferencing platform as a good example, we know that if you have 10,000 attendees on that video conferencing platform, it's going to cost you $6,500 per month. Okay, what's ours was $125 a month for 10,000 attendees. There's a slight difference in the two. Now, if you therefore offer value for money and also a superior product, people will come, customers will come no matter what. Now, it may not be that all of those 5.4 billion odd people will want to use a video conferencing platform. I agree with you. But over the next year or so, we're going to have various products that will come out that every single person that uses the internet will want or need. We already have an email system that is far better than anything else available on the marketplace, from the security aspect, the fact that you can do video emails, a lockbox. It's totally encrypted and safe, unlike Gmail, for instance, that actually the privacy terms have turned around to you and said, by the way, guys, if we don't like what you're sending, we can delete it. And if you carry on sending it, we will delete your account without your knowledge, because that's what we can do. We're Google. Yeah. Well, best of luck with that, because once we move across to the OMail system, and it's being revamped as we speak, once we move across that, I have no use for Google. I have no use for Gmail, and I have no use for Facebook, where you can troll children, you can have a fake account and be someone totally different other than the picture and what have you, and you say what you want others to hear. Rubbish. I'm more interested in you as a person, the real you. I don't want to troll children. I don't want to cyberbully, and I don't want to see it happen, or people grooming children on social media platforms, because they will not do anything about it. Well, ONPASSIVE has, and our ONET will be different, and is different, because you have to prove, or you will very shortly have to prove, who you are to have an account. So, by the way, if you've got an account and you're giving a false name right now, see ya, you're gone. Yeah, this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. And every single company out there that has a monopoly on the system, which we know are the big boys, let's face it, they're going to get a little bit of a kick up the bum, because at the end of they're not going to like it. Well, tough. You either change your ways and do things correctly, or don't do it at all. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what ONPASSIVE is doing, and I'm proud to be part of it.
The same here, Andy. I'm more than proud, to be honest. So I'm ending on this note, Andy, and if you see need to add a tiny bit of something, we clarify this before we leave here. Maybe Mamopo, you said earlier on that you're trying to share. That's enough what you are doing. And if it's not working, just leave it. Take a break. Don't bother yourself. You are on ONPASSIVE. If you have bought or connect, then you are a successful person in ONPASSIVE. And the moment the next product comes, or tracker or whatever, buy it and leave it in the marketplace, because the people who know how and where and who to sell it to are Ash and his team, and not you and myself. If you are sharing it and trying to say, if you come here, you make millions and stuff, you are deceiving yourself, because people have heard stories about money and the money never came their way. If you can't share Unpassive, do not worry. Stop sharing. You are fine being a part of it and subscribing to products. So you don't need to work hard as you are working. If you are really working hard to bring people to join Unpassive, you are not doing the right thing, because that's not how it works here. Take it easy, relax, take a deep, cool breath, and just be where you are, because you are really, really fine. One thing Unpassive would want to know is that people go around and mock and bugging people with this whole business. It doesn't work like that here, Andy. I hope I'm right. Let's clear this so that people
Yeah,
can.
you are. One
Yeah.
final point I'd like to make on that, because it is an interesting point and people have the wrong impression. Okay, so no, there's no recruiting. Right, this is very key. Now, and the one thing I love about OnPassive in particular, for me, it's going to do the bits that I'm not good at. Now, if the bits for you are you have to take on customers, or you have to sell something, or you think you have to do these things, don't worry, because those bits are what OnPassive is going to do for you anyway. Yeah. There's email marketing is probably one of the most difficult things and the most oh, it's costly to do, and you get absolutely nowhere. And we're going to come back and talk about the different styles of traffic, what's available out there, and how we differ. I think that's going to be a very good subject. But bottom line is, for me personally, I set up my shop, so all I have to do is to pay for my subscription for OConnect one time, right? I've already got my money back because the first customer that I took on board has paid for OConnect. So I've got my money back. Now I'm anything that happens over and above that, I'm in profit. Perfect. Okay, so I'm not concerned about taking on customers, because OnPassive is going to market, and they've been branding all this time. So there's lots of people coming on board, lots of customers coming on board that want the products. As soon as this marketing campaign starts that the company have set up, not us, I'm not doing any marketing campaigns. It's cost me thousands, I've got absolutely nowhere. So they're then going to sell for us. They're then going to deal with all the customer services for us. We don't have to speak to customers, but they're going to pay us a commission for every customer that comes on board that buys or pays for a product. Now, what could be easier? Now, the one thing that I would say, and I shall finish on, is if you want to learn more about it, get more engaged, go into the ecosystem, learn what's on the website, learn how these products make a difference and what exactly they do. I'm not technically minded myself, haven't got a clue, but I like to play with OConnect because I'm learning how it works, what it has, what features it's got in it. And therefore, when you're sharing it, you're coming from a position of knowledge and therefore power in comparison to those that you're speaking to. So again, that's not selling either. That's speaking to people. So I'm not recruiting and I'm not selling anything, but I'm still going to make some money, because at the end of the day, the company is doing a lot of this for me. But I'm going to share and make money quicker than those that sit back and do nothing. Your choice.
It all remains your choice, guys. It all remains your choice. So if you're listening and you think that it's making sense, this show discussion is running on 3 channels. Any channel you're watching from, check in the comment section. If you see a link there, you just pop in, have a try, because you have an opportunity to go on the free trial of OConnect and have fun for yourself. Or if you think that you need help, contact any of us, contact anybody commenting in the chat section. Say, how do I try OConnect? How do I get on it? Anybody you find on this platform as we speak now, be it those who contributing in the chat or Andy and myself or honor else, they will definitely help you. And then you find out things for yourself, because The beauty is compared to nothing, but then our products are the kind of things that they will sell themselves. We don't need to sell them. We don't need to convince people to join Unpassive. It's such a sweet thing. You just want to discover it by yourself. Love you guys. We love all the contributions. Perfectly appreciated. Thank you, Andy. And see you back really soon. Very, very soon, guys. Love you. Bye.